although we still have a lot of dry lot hogs. But I probably spent more time with the hogs than I did with the cattle. Well, you can go back. You can go out in the pasture and all that kind of stuff. The hog is right there. So as I got older, I got a little wiser and decided cattle was the way to go. So fast forward to probably more current. I taught high school agriculture 34 years, 29 of them right here in the Hartsburg-Emden district. And I like to tell people I loved every minute of it. Okay, and I did. It was a passion of mine and still is today. And I had a great school district. I had, for the most part, good administration. But really what set it apart was you people out here. You were my biggest supporters. And without your support, that program doesn't survive, doesn't click very well. So I always appreciated the people, the parents, the grandparents, you name it, that came to support my program. It was something that I'll always cherish, and I really appreciate your support. Currently, gotta flip my notes here. Okay. Currently, I switched gears a little bit, but still kind of in the education field. I've been a director with the Illinois Beef Association for probably 7 years. And silly me, but I volunteered about 5 years ago to be the day-to-day manager of the Ribeye Corral during the state fair. They needed somebody consistent there, and I looked back at some of the meals that my FFA kids did, and I told them as long as I didn't have to cook, I would be there, and I don't have to cook. But I can set tables, I can put out condiments, and that type of thing. And so I've spent 2 weeks of the last 5 years in August out at the State Fair. And I will have to say that this one was definitely a cooker, okay? In more ways than one. But it's something I enjoy. I get to see a lot of people that I only see maybe once a year. And I enjoy those friendships just like I enjoy these friendships around here. And I'm also, as if I don't have any free time or I want to eat up on my free time, I go to church at Zion Lutheran Church in Lincoln, and we also have the school. And back in February, a little voice was in my head saying, you need to become chairman of property and maintenance. And the church would be a piece of cake, but when you throw in a school, that adds more to, the responsibilities. And, like the garbage disposal went out the other day, or, you name it, and I've had phone calls. Luckily, I've got a great committee that helps me out tremendously, and so needless to say, I do not like free time. I don't like sitting around, and maybe that's one of the reasons I'm here today as well. So, for a lot of you, I want to kind of go on your theme, your harvest theme right now, but for a lot of you, harvest is bringing in your crops. For me, harvest is twofold, and one of them is weaning my calves and reaping those nice cattle prices right now for my calves. I feel a little bit sorry for you crop producers. However, I'm smiling from ear to ear for the nice feeder calf prices that I will be getting here, in another couple months. So I am enjoying this time right now because I know it'll probably be short-lived. But anyway, that's one of my twofold things when it comes to harvest. The other one is harvesting the talents that God has given to our young people. I've spent my career working with young people, and I spent a lot of that time trying to bring out their talents and their skills. And I think, no doubt I wasn't 100% perfect, but I can look across here right now, and I can see a lot of success stories that I'd like to think, I'm not bragging, but I'd like to think I had a little bit of a part in their success. And it doesn't make any difference what your story is or what your career has been or has become, and it might even change. But I think that is what I want to call my harvest of the people, the students that I had here at Hartsburg-Emden. And as I look as I look about this congregation right now, I see at least 2 generations, and if not 3 generations, of people. Like there's one right there walking across there. Okay, that's a second and a third generation right there. And but so there's a lot of work, you know, that I'd like to think I had a little bit of thing to do, but I won't be the one to harvest that third generation right there. It's going to be up to teachers. It's going to be up to parents, grandparents, and maybe even some great-grandparents, okay, harvesting those talents of those little kids right now. And agriculture, as you know, is exploding with career possibilities out there. And if you don't know that for certain, go to the Farm Progress Show next week, and you will see a lot of career opportunities that await these people. However, now Pastor Ray gave me 30 minutes, and I'm about ready to wrap this up, but one of the wishes that I want you older agriculture producers out there to harvest, and that is be a mentor to some of these young people that want to get into production agriculture. Be a mentor to these people. It's a struggle. We all know it's a struggle. And be one of those mentors to some of these young people out there that want to get into production ag. God put us on this earth for a lot of reasons. And one of those is assisting other people. And if you can assist a young person in getting into production agriculture or other agriculture careers as well, pat yourself on the back, because that's what it's all about. These students, these young people need your assistance. And so I think that's about all I have to say. I want to thank you for inviting me here. I hope I left you with some kind of a message. But what I also want to tell you is please have a safe harvest. Okay, a lot of big machinery out there. You young drivers, pay attention on the road. Even you guys driving this machinery down the road, please pay attention and have a good and safe harvest. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Pech. Thanks for all you've done. We'll pack the panel at 11:45, we'll invite John Fulton to come up and fill in. Keep enjoying all the different things we have going on here, and we'll have John up in a few minutes.